YouTube viewers out there, it is Sebastian of Sebastian's a Movie Game Time. And on episode 72, I'm going to be reviewing and talking about movies. Movies from 2020, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Hello and welcome. Let's get started. We have a movie. First up, we have a couple of movies from 2020. We have a movie called Unhinged. It's about a single mom who honks her car horn at a man driving a pickup truck until he becomes completely obsessed with her and her son as he continues stalking her throughout the entire of the movie. This movie Unhinged, well, this is a great, I like this movie Unhinged. I really had a good time with this movie. Was a great performance, with a great performance by Russell Crowe, who plays the man driving the pickup truck who stalks the woman throughout the entire of this movie. Russell Crowe was great playing this man driving a pickup truck who's completely obsessed. He was great, larger than life. I really like Russell Crowe's performance and his role in this movie. I basically had a good time. Unhinged is starring Russell Crowe. I give Unhinged 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called The Last Matinee. It's about a deranged serial killer who sneaks into a movie theater for a matinee film as he starts killing off the people inside the theater. You never heard about this movie, The Last Matinee? I had a good time with this movie. This is a great slasher film, and I was completely surprised how great it was, or how good it was. When I was watching this movie, The Last Matinee, I got the 80s vibe feel, like this film's an homage to those 80s throwback movies. Just the feel and the vibe of it. It was a good slasher film, The Last Matinee. It's starring Luciana Grosso. I give The Last Matinee 3 out of 3 stars. Now we move on to the movies of 2022. These are films of 2022. We have a film called Thor, Love and Thunder. It's about Earth's mightiest hero, Thor, who teams up with his former girlfriend, Jane, and Valkyrie as they must battle Gore the Butcher. I like this movie, Thor, Love and Thunder. This is such a fun film. This is actually my favorite Thor movie, besides the first Thor, which is still good. But this is like up there, like the first Thor. I really had a good time with Thor, Love and Thunder. I really enjoyed it. It's starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, Russell Crowe, and Christian Bale. I give Thor, Love and Thunder 3 out of 3 stars. We have the third Clerks movie, Clerks 3. It's about friends Dante Randall from the first Clerks film, as Dante, who plans to make a movie about the friendship of him and his best friend, Randall, after Randall had suffered a heart attack. Clerks 3. I had a good time with this third Clerks movie. This is such a great third Clerks film. I'm glad we got a third Clerks movie because, the original one, it's an all-time classic. I was glad that we got third Clerks, and it was really surprising good. I had a good time with it. And all the customer peoples from the first Clerks movie, they all come back in this third Clerks movie. All the customer people, they all come back from the first Clerks movie in this third Clerks film. So it was great to see a lot of the customer people from the first Clerks come back in this third one. It was great to see them all these years. Clerks 3 is starring Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Kevin Smith, who also directs this film, Jason Mewes, and Rosario Dawson. I give the third Clerks movie 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Nope. It's about a brother and his sister who live on their ranch in California till the brother sees some strange looking ship that's floating in the skies. Nope. This is the third Jordan Peele movie. This is the third film directed by Jordan Peele. Um, I really like this movie. Nope. I thought it was a good third movie. Jordan Peele film. I thought it was great. I had a good time with this Nope movie. Um, Nope. It's the only Jordan Peele movie that I ever enjoyed of his. Um, Nope. It's directed by Jordan Peele, and it stars Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Stephen Yin, and Michael Wincott. It was great to see Michael Wincott in a Jordan Peele movie. I give Nope 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called The Menu. It's about several people who has come to a luxury nice restaurant owned by his maid chef as he introduces the guest surprises of different foods on the menu. The menu. I really enjoyed this movie. After watching this movie, all 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 I ever care about after watching this movie, the menu, I just wanted a cheeseburger. After watching this movie, I wanted a cheeseburger. And I made myself a cheeseburger after watching this movie, the menu. Why did you make a cheeseburger or you want a cheeseburger after this movie? Well, if you see this movie, the menu, you know why I wanted a cheeseburger and I made one. Because just watching this movie, and I've seen this movie twice, because I just had a good time with this film. This is a unique, different kind of movie. It's never been done before. I really had a good time with it. It's starring Ralph Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Nicholas Hoult, and John Leguizamo. I give the menu 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Violent Night. It's about Santa Claus who's on Christmas Eve who must fight a team of mercenaries who held up a young girl and the rest of her family are being held hostage. Violent Night. This is another fun movie. Violent Night. This is another fun movie. If you've never seen it, it's basically a Christmas. It's basically a Die Hard ripoff, if you want to call it that. But it's really fun. It's really a fun Christmas action movie. Um, I I had a good time with this Violent Night movie. Really fun. It's starring David Harbour, John Leguizamo, and Beverly D'Angelo. I give Violent Night 3 out of 3 stars. We have Scream 5, or the fifth Scream film. It's about a young woman named Sam Carpenter who meet up with her half sister Tara and her friends as they find out that the masked serial killer Ghostface, who's back. Scream 5, I'm a Scream fanatic. I'm a fan of the Scream films. Well, I take out the third Scream movie. I would not include the third Scream film as one of my favorite Scream films. I take the third Scream film out, and I'll just put the first one, the second, the fourth, and this fifth one, and I just take the third Scream film out because the third Scream film was not my kind of Scream film, but I enjoyed the others. But anyways, Scream 5. I thought Scream 5 was like a new. It was great. It was great for Scream 5 for a new generation and a new audience. It was great to see the Ghostface killer back again. Um, yeah, I had fun with this Scream 5th movie. It's starring Melissa Barrera, Jasmine Savvy Brown, David Arquette, Courtney Coss, Nev Campbell, Jack Quaid, Jenna Ortega, Mason Gooden, Marley Shelton, Skeet Ulrich, Kyle Garner, and Mikey Madison before she won the Academy Award for Best Actress for that movie, and Nor. So, but this before Mikey Madison won the Best Actress for that Nor movie. She was in the Scream 5. Um, it was great to see old faces and new faces in this fifth Scream film. I'll get Scream 5 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Ruby Gelman, Teenage Kraken. It's about a 16-year-old girl who finds out that she's a Kraken as she discovers that her entire family legacy are all Krakens. I really like this movie. I really had a good time with this movie, Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken. I really had a good time with this film. I really enjoyed it. Really fun for parents and kids for all ages, for all ages to enjoy. Really fun. If you've never seen Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken, I recommend it to all of you. If you've never seen it, you will guaranteed enjoy it as much as I did. Um, Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken, starring the voice talents of Jane Fonda, Toni Collette. I give Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken, 3 out of 3 stars. We have a Disney Plus original movie called Pinocchio. It's about a toy maker named Geppetto who wishes for a puppet named Pinocchio to become a real boy. Well, this is another fun. I really enjoyed this Pinocchio movie. I know it didn't do so good when it first came out on Disney Plus, but you know what? I really enjoyed this Pinocchio movie. I I had a good time with it, and yeah, I I really enjoyed it. I had a great time watching it. Really fun. It's a Disney Plus original movie. Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Cynthia Erivo, Luke Evans. I get Pinocchio. Oh, and I should put it out. Robert Zemeckis, the director, he directed this Pinocchio movie. Robert Zemeckis. If you don't know who Robert Zemeckis is, just look up his filmography and you look at all the movies that he's directed. I'm sure all of you know who Robert Zemeckis is. But I thought his Pinocchio movie was really fun. I get Pinocchio 3 out of 3 stars. And we have a movie called The Free 55. It's about after a top secret weapon who's falling into the wrong hands. Uh, a top CIA agent woman, along with other women, was find it before a mysterious person gets it. The Free 55. When I saw this movie, The Free 55, this literally became the movie of 2022 that I really like and enjoy. I really put this movie up as a film, as the movie of 2022 when I first saw it. The Free 55. I really have a good time with this movie. It's a spy. It's a spy. It's a female or women spy action movie. I really enjoyed this film. The Free 55. I had a good time with it. It's starring Jessica Chastain, Penelope Cruz, Diane Kruger, Lupita Nyong'o, and Sebastian Stan. The Free 55. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. Now we move on to a few movies of 2023. These are films of 2023, a few films. We have a film called we have The Equalizer 3, or known as the Third Equalizer movie. It's about a former special forces, Robert McCall, who's trying to settle down in a small village town in Italy where he battles thugs and other gangs that are taking over this small village town in Italy. The Third Equalizer. Well, this is another good. I really enjoyed the Third Equalizer movie. The third chapter to the Equalizer films. Um, yeah, it was cool. It was great to see Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington. Because I'm not sure if you haven't noticed, Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington, they both did a movie together a long time ago. I think, what was it, 2004? It's a film called Man on Fire. Do you remember that movie, Man on Fire? Well, Dakota Fanning and Denzel, that was the film. That was the film that they first did, and now Dakota Fanning and Denzel are in this movie, in this Third Equalizer. It was great to see them both again. I thought it was a highlight. Equalizer 3, starring Denzel Washington and Dakota Fanning. I give the Third Equalizer movie 3 out of 3 stars. We have The Nun 2. It's about a priest woman who it's about a priest who has been killed as Sister Irene and her young protege. They must investigate to find out what really happened to the priest and why he was murdered. The Nun 2, well, this is a sequel. This is a sequel to the first Nun movie. The first Nun movie that came out back in 2018. But this is a sequel, The Nun 2. I really enjoyed The Nun 2 better than the first one. I wasn't too much a fan of the first Nun movie, but I really enjoyed this part 2. I thought The Nun 2, it was more scary, it was more intense than the first one was. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed The Nun 2. It's starring Tessa Farmiga, Storm Reed. I give The Nun 2 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Anyone But You. It's about a young woman and a guy who meet on the first time date as one of their own friends is attending as one of their friends is getting married, as the two plan to pretend and fake of liking each other and faking of being in love just for their one of their friends' wedding. Anyone but you. I really had a good time. This is such a funny movie. Anyone but you. I had a good time with this movie, and I'm a fan of Sydney Sweeney. I've been a big fan of hers since that Netflix series that she did, but it got canceled after it got canceled after 10 episodes, which I was kind of very disappointed when I found out that the Netflix show was got canceled. And so I was kind of disappointed because I really enjoyed that Netflix series that she did. That Netflix series, it's called Everything Sucks. If you remember seeing it on Netflix, it's still on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you could watch Everything Sucks. It's still there on Netflix. But I really enjoyed that series. Everything Sucks. You know, I really enjoyed it, but it got canceled after the first 10 episodes was over, and I was kind of disappointed that it got canceled, but I understand if it didn't work for a lot of viewers. I understand. But you know what? It was a good series. I'm glad I watched it and enjoyed it. But Sydney Sweeney, that was the first time. that I ever knew who Sydney Sweeney was, and that's Netflix series show that that I first saw her, and I became aware of her after watching that Netflix series. So I've been a fan of Sydney Sweeney for quite some time. So yeah. It Won't About You, it's starring Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell, Alexandra Shipp, and Dermot Mulroney. I give It Won't About You 3 out of 3 stars. We have a film called In the Land of Saints and Sinners. It's about an Irish contract killer who's trying to give up his violent life, who decides to go after 3 IRA bombers who are hiding in a small town in Ireland. Um, this is I really enjoyed this movie, In the Land of Saints and Sinners. It was shot and filmed all around Ireland. It was great to see, the beautiful countryside of Ireland and the people who live there. It was great to see all the locations of Ireland. Really great. Um, I really had a good time with this movie, In a Land of Saints and Sinners. Shot beautifully all around Ireland. If you've never seen it, I recommend you watch it. Really great. A Land of Saints and Sinners is starring Liam Neeson and Carrie Condon. And a Line of Saints and Sinners, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. And the last movie of 2023, we have a film called Thanksgiving. It's about a group of friends who find themselves being stalked by a serial killer who is dressed in a John Carver costume during um on the brink of what happened years earlier after a Black Friday sale had turned into a tragedy. This is this is a completely ridiculous, fun slasher Thanksgiving movie called Thanksgiving. It's about a serial killer in the John Carver costume, stalking the main best friends. I had a good time with this Thanksgiving movie. It's really fun slasher film. It used to be a fake trailer um a long time ago, and it was directed by Eli Roth. But Eli Roth, for some reason, decides to make this Thanksgiving movie of his a full-length movie. So it was great that he did something like this. It was really great. A fun slasher film. Again, a serial killer dressed in a John Carver costume. It's what a great concept. Thanksgiving is starring Patrick Dempsey and Addison Rae. I give Thanksgiving 3 out of 3 stars. And we have a few movies of 2024. We have a movie called Smile 2. It's about a pop singer who starts having experiencing strange cosmic event after watching someone take their life in front of her, as the curse has passed on to her and everyone that she comes in contact with. Smile 2. Well, as you all know, this is a sequel, Smile 2, to the first Smile, which I saw the first Smile and I wasn't too thrilled about it, but I really liked Smile 2 better than the first. I thought Smile 2, it was more scary, it was more edge of your seat and more thrilling than the first Smile movie. I had a good time with this Smile 2. Like I said, it's more scary and it's more suspenseful which is always fun. Smile 2, it's starring Naomi Scott. I give Smile 2 3 out of 3 stars. We have Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. It's about the two titans, Godzilla and King Kong, who team up to battle other creatures, where at the same time, the humans finds out the origins of these mysterious on the mysterious island. Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. Look, I'm a fan of the Godzilla movie that came out 2014, and I'm a fan of the King Kong movie that came out 2017. But now Godzilla and X Kong, the new empire, really fun. Godzilla and King Kong, they both go at it. They both fight it out with each other like they always do. But they manage to team up to battle other monster creatures. I really enjoyed Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Really fun monster action. It's starring Rebecca Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and Dan Stevens. I give Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire 3 out of 3 stars. And finally, we have the last movie of 2024. We have a film called Inside Out 2. It's about the emotions from the first Inside Out, who all live in their human host body, Riley, who's now a teenage girl and entered high school, where the emotions meet other emotions. Inside Out 2. Oh, yes, Inside Out. Well, as you know, this is a sequel to the first Inside Out. I'm a fan of the first Inside Out. Really fun Disney Pixar animated Inside Out. I really, I really enjoy it. It's such a fun Disney Pixar movie. Um, really great. And I enjoyed the sequel as much as I enjoyed the first one. I had a good time with this Inside Out too. It was great fun. It was great to see the human host Riley become a teenage girl and all the emotions back. It was great. Um, Inside Out 2, starring the voice talents of Amy Poehler and Maya Hawke and Louis Black. I give Inside Out 2 3 out of 3 stars. Okay, everyone, that would do it for Sebastian's and Movie Game Time, episode 72. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and get the content episodes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you at the movies.